Just imagine, you're 23 years old, you just finished campus, landed this awesome job, and so ready to start the corporate world. And just before you start to enjoy your first payslip, things turn to a dark place and a curveball is thrown at you. This is me, and this is my story. I can't remember being pain-free because pain has become part of my life for the last 7 years. All I can remember, I was this happy party chick, full of life, and I had a 5-year plan that by 28 years old, I would have retired. Yes, and started my own business. What the hell was I thinking? I was in for a good surprise. Let me start from the beginning. 5th January 2012, oh my. It was an awesome Friday. I was headed for a date with Kibet. This guy who had just met. As you all know, the first dates are normally the epic ones. Okay. So on this particular Friday, I decided to wear my Sunday best outfit. That outfit you keep aside for that occasion you meet someone. So I went all out. I was so psyched up for this date. Should I blame it on my hormones for a 23-year-old girl? But to be sincere, Kibet was, oh Jesus, this guy was hot. He was eye candy with a dash of ketchup on top. So, we had agreed with Kibet, we meet at 5 p.m. As usual, ladies, we gotta keep a man waiting. So to kill the suspense, 5:15 p.m., the meetup point was Kimathi House. Kibet had suggested we try the mug. Back then, the mug was the Dope Coffee House. It's basically the 1824 of nowadays. I think so. So I dashed out, met Kibet, hugged, then we crossed the road, past New Stanley, holding hands, just talking about our Friday. We talked as if Nairobi was ours to own. And just before we reached the mug, I felt dizzy. And no, it was not the Kibet effect. No. Even Kibet thought I had fallen head over heels for him, even before our coffee date. Seriously? I know. But deep down, I knew it was something deep. So I requested Kibet whether he'd take me to Aga Khan clinic in town. Talk about a date going south even faster than a Titanic anchor. As we just arrived in Aga Khan, I collapsed. I was taken to a room to lie down as a nurse rushed to call the doctor. So the doctor came in and asked me, "Young girl, how are you feeling?" I told him, "I'm okay. Would you please hurry up? I'm going for a date with Kibet." Little did I know, Kibet already left. It explains why Kalenjins like running. So the doctor, for some weird reason, took this rubber tool and set to test for muscle strength on my body. He noticed that the right arm was behaving in a weird way compared to the left arm. And he asked, "Are you faking any symptoms?" I asked, "What are you talking about?" "I'm okay. But I was just thinking about Kibet. Which kind of impression I'm giving Kibet? This is our first date." So he told me I was showing symptoms of a 56-year-old person. And yet I'm 23. So 23 plus 23, 46 plus 10, 56. And I had a textbook condition. So before he could refer me to a nerve doctor, he called 2 other doctors to confirm whether what he was seeing was aligned to what the textbook was showing. They all confirmed it was true. So He gave me some pain medication and a request form to go see the neurologist. Stuck in hospital, 8 p.m., all alone, holding on my left hand a bag full of medication, and my right hand a form, a yellow form decorated with red stickers, written very urgent to show how serious it was. Asked myself, what next? What do I head from here? So, 2 weeks later, I went to see the neurologist, a doctor that I've never heard of. I only heard that name from a textbook as well, because that time I still was a medical student. So he recommended I get admitted. It was my first time to be admitted. So I went, did several tests. I did the MRIs, blood test, nerve test. The nerve test was the most painful test to human being. But every result showed I was normal. But I was in pain. Not usual kind of pain. This burning, stabbing pain. I felt as if someone had poured petrol on my arm and set it on fire because it was burning. Allow me to explain what I was going through. Ever knocked your little toe at the edge of the table? That pain that radiates from the toe all the way to the head and back makes you feel paralyzed. You just have balancing tears and to stand still, no crying. No, that's what I was feeling. So the next day, the doctor came to my room. I was fast asleep because he tapped my bed. I opened my eyes. I saw 10 doctors looking at me. I felt as if I was in Grey's Anatomy. Season 3, episode 16. My mind was like, what has just happened? So he pulled a seat next to me, and he told me, young girl, you have a rare nerve condition called complex regional pain syndrome. I was so shocked. As the doctor was explaining to me what CRPS meant, I zoned out. I was like, I'm 23. I'm supposed to be normal and healthy. How could I be having a rare nerve condition? How now? Being a finance student, I've never heard of the word CRPS. But that time, my sister, she was a medical student. So she's called Njesh. I called her, asked her, Njesh, have you ever heard of CRPS? And is it true it has no cure? She told me, yes. She has ever heard of the condition, but they have never seen a patient with it. But that time was the third patient to be diagnosed after 8 years. CRPS, it's a complicated, chronic nerve pain condition that affects either the arm or the leg. In my case, it has affected my right arm. It's normally triggered by either a sprain, an injury, or an injection that have hit the nerves. But in my case, it was triggered by repetitive use of the hand. I know it sounds funny, but it is true. The symptoms are very interesting. Something that should be fun to do, like taking a shower. It is so beautiful to take a shower, right? And sleeping, even holding someone, hugging someone. But to me, it's painful. I'm not allowed to get angry because emotion trigger pain. Imagine standing to someone and tell them, please do not stand close to my arm because you'll trigger pain. What would you think? You think I'm a slay queen. But indeed, my nerves, they have drama of their own because they refuse to be nerves. They just have drama on their body. So now, at 23 years old, popping 20 pills every night to manage the symptoms and to be able to sleep. Where does that leave me? To be sincere, it left me fragile and discouraged. Within a month, I was discharged from hospital. Went back home. I became dependent on my mother and my elder sister, Njesh. I was unable to do the simplest duties. Live out of my bed, feed myself, clothe myself, even bathe myself. Imagine at 23, your mother is washing you. Yeah. I became a baby at 23. God bless our mothers, because without my mother, I would never have reached here. For my elder sister, she became a doctor. She used to take me to every doctor's appointment. We even made a list, a doctor's list, that those doctors that specialized in the nerve condition. So that she promised me that she will help me through the journey. And she has indeed. Because before I make any decision on the pain treatment, I have to consult with her. So slowly, the pain became worse. I became a prisoner in my own body. I really hated how my life had become. I shut everyone out. To everyone, I was normal. But inside, I was dead. I lost friends. Even some of them told me to cut off my arm. If the arm is in pain, why don't you cut it? People can be really mean. But I didn't listen to them. So, every single night, I would go to bed praying to God, please take away my life, because this pain is too much. And why did He choose me? Of all the people in the world, why me? So, I had decided to commit suicide. Since I was taking 20 pills every night, I decided, why don't I overdose? If I overdose, I'll die. So, this particular, it was a Sunday evening. I set aside 40 pills so that I could take, and the next day I don't wake up. When I was going to take water to take my 40 pills, I stumbled upon my mother crying, praying to God to take away the pain from me, to give it to her. Because the bubbly young girl was no more. My parents were so affected by the pain I was going through. After that, I had this talk with myself, and I told God, let's have a conversation. I pulled a seat for God, and I said, God, no, it's you and me. If you give me strength to overcome this pain, for sure, I will never complain, and I'll never ask why me. And this is where the blessing came into my life. I got strength. And I went back to work, and I went back to school. But this was the most hard decision ever in my life, because I was unable even to use my right hand. Writing was so painful. But my father told me, God doesn't give you what you can't handle. He chose the right soldier. I went back to school. On my way back to school and work, I met Edward. Edward is this cool guy from the lakeside. I really feared to tell Edward what I was going through, because I feared rejection. But somehow, I just told him. I told him my situation and what I was going through. He told me, I will support you, I encourage you, and also I'll be your right-hand man. Indeed, he's still my right-hand man. So he taught me how to use my left hand, since I was unable to use the right hand. We used to put a camera in front of a book and write like a baby, like A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3. And that's how I became ambidextrous. I used both hands to write. Right now, as I stand before you, has the pen gone away? No. It has been 7 years down the line. I might look normal to everyone, even so normal, even act normal, but I'm in severe pain. I'm even on morphine. However, I'm grateful for life, love, family, and friendship. After all said and done, everyone in the room is going through emotional pain, physical pain, and mental pain. Just know that life is a gym membership with the expensive cancellation policy. And you have two options. It's either to drop the weights or to pick up the weights and beat yourself, like I did. Live in the moment. Enjoy life. The pain, the happiness, and the ups and downs is a part of the package. Live in the moment. Let tomorrow figure itself out. Thank you.